Raiders brought Jimmy Garoppolo in. Does that, lessen any urgency that you might have at the top of the draft to bring in a quarterback?
Not necessarily. I think that, anytime you can find a young player at that position that's going to have an impact on your team, you have to keep an open mind to that. Of course, we're excited to have Jimmy, and having Jimmy does supply us with a very high-quality starting player at the position. And so we feel comfortable with that. But I think to close that door, and just say that that's not something you would do because of X, Y, and Z, that's not the business that we're in.
Now you can look at that and say everybody's lying, as Chris Ballard told us at the outset of the program. But the reality is these contracts say everything. And when Jimmy Garoppolo signs a contract that pays him in the low 20 millions per year, that says the Raiders are in play for a long-term answer. And, Chris, every year there's going to be a Mitch Trubisky. There's going to be a Mike Glennon. There's going to be the guy who was signed in free agency to be the starter who finds out along with the rest of us 6 weeks later, you may still be the starter. You may still be QB1. Remember when the Bears did that a couple years ago with Andy Dalton, QB1?
Yeah.
After Justin Fields or before Justin Fields? Either way, once Justin Fields came along, the clock was ticking on Andy Dalton. I think we have to take the Raiders seriously based upon the contract for Jimmy Garoppolo as a team that could be looking for a quarterback at number 7.
No doubt about it. I mean, if the right one fell in their lap, I wouldn't be shocked by that by any stretch of the imagination there. I mean, I wouldn't. Again, who that guy is, I don't know, right? But, yeah, that situation's still murky. You laid it out there the right way. We certainly don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is the long-term answer as far as that's concerned. So we'll see. But, yeah, the Raiders they're in a big spot. What is it, pick 7? They got some options there. The quarterback conversation's very interesting. They certainly look like there's going to be some guys on the board there. What do they want to do? Do they want to go to that quarterback route now? Do they want to, use that number 7 pick for an important part of their team that can help them out right away? And, try to win some games this year and then wait till next year to address quarterback. They got some different avenues as far as how they could approach this. Be interesting to see.
What do they have to get in this year's draft? I feel like there's a lot of different ways they can go.
They're definitely, I think they're the two positions that jump out to me more than any, okay, I look at tackle and go, that certainly could be a possibility. And I think it could be a possibility at 7, right? And then there could also be a possibility at the top of the second round. The other one I look at is corner. They're depleted of real, this is the New England coaching staff. This is Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator, who was with Belichick and company all those years while they had Revis and Aqib Talib in that group. They got nobody that can even, at all, even pretend to be that type of guy right now on their football team. They don't have one corner that I look at to go, ooh, that guy's super talented, or, ooh, that guy's an island shutdown corner, and that allow them to do some things there. So I think that's the one I probably look at more than anything, but both of those positions are pretty, prevalent for the Raiders.
They're in a spot where a great quarterback could fall into their laps. They're in a spot where Jalen Carter could fall into their laps.
Yeah. They'll take it.
Beefs up the edge rushers if you have a guy like that in the middle who's effing the play up and attracting extra attention to make it easier for Max Crosby and Chandler Jones to do their job.
Yeah, exactly right. They need somebody in the interior there. Is there a guy at number 8, if Jalen Carter's off the board that's really worth it there? I don't know. I think when you get into the interior D linemen, after Jalen Carter, you start to get into the kid from Pitt, Kalijah Cansey. I don't think he's their cup of tea. There's a Lucas Van Ness who, some people look at to be the top, 12 to 15-ish pick, and I hear other people that think he's towards the later part of the round. So, yes, but Jalen Carter, if he fell in their laps, again, I think most people view him as the best player in football. It's just whether you're comfortable, with the person off the field.
And what does it take to get the most out of him? Would the Patriot way do it? Would it be something more individualized? That's going to be part of the conundrum that teams have to sift through, and the Raiders could feel comfortable if he's there at 7. They're in a great spot. They're going to get a great player.
They are.
And they'll have the chance
tight end,
to
Mike.
down
That'd be another
possibly as
one.
well.
Yeah. Tight end when they lose Darren Waller, right? That's just another one. There you go. Yeah, that could be something that could replenish. We know that they value tight end, Josh McDaniels in that New England way.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.